Welcome to Retro Celeb Talk, your gateway to the golden age of fame, where classic Hollywood stories and music legends come alive once more.
Welcome to Retro Celeb Talk. Today we're exploring the life, the music, and those final dramatic stage moments of a true icon, Freddie Mercury.
Absolutely. We're going right into Queen's incredible journey, but with a real focus on that last concert.
That final show, August 9th, 1986, Knebworth Park. It's got this almost mythical quality about it, doesn't it?
It really does, the huge crowd, the energy, but also knowing what we know now about what was happening behind the scenes, he was told not to perform.
Right, his doctor warned him about his throat, but there was so much more going on.
Oh, yeah. We're talking backstage drama like John Deacon's outburst, which was totally out of character.
And a real tragedy unfolding in the audience during the set.
It all builds up to this image of Freddie leaving quickly, quietly, almost disappearing after the last song.
So today, we're going to piece together the story, the phenomenal talent, the ambition, Queen's rise, but also those hidden struggles leading up to that very last performance.
It really felt like a significant moment even then, like they knew it was some kind of ending.
Okay, so let's rewind. Way back. You can't understand Freddie Mercury without knowing Farrokh Bulsara.
Exactly. Born September 5th, 1946 in Zanzibar, which was a British protectorate then.
His family were Parsi, following the Zoroastrian religion.
And that background is so key. Parsi heritage means roots tracing back to ancient Persia, mixed with life in Zanzibar. You get this amazing blend of African, Arab, Indian influences.
That's like a preview of the musical fusion he championed later, isn't it?
Totally. And then there's the famous detail born with 4 extra teeth.
He really believed that gave him his incredible voice, didn't he? That 4-octave range.
He did. Whether it's true or not, it's part of the legend. It certainly didn't hold him back.
Then at age 8, he's sent off to boarding school.
St. Peter's, near Mumbai in India. A very British-style education, but in India.
And that's where Farrokh starts becoming Freddie.
Yeah, easier for schoolmates, probably.
Yeah.
And crucially, a teacher there spotted his musical talent.
Convinced his parents to pay for extra music lessons. Smart teacher.
Definitely. Led to his first band, the Hectics, when he was only 12.
Playing rock and roll covers Little Richard, Cliff Richard, but also influenced by Bollywood.
Right. He loved singers like Lata Mangeshkar. You can almost hear that blend starting the soaring vocals with the rock beat.
But that chapter ended quite suddenly.
Yeah. 1964. The Zanzibar Revolution forced the family to flee. They had to get out. It was dangerous.
And they landed in England, near London. Feel him.
A very different world. And it wasn't glamorous at first. He was washing dishes at Heathrow Airport.
But always aiming higher. He went to Ealing Art College.
Studied art and graphic design, which came in very handy later.
Oh yeah, because he designed the famous Queen logo himself, right? The crest.
Exactly. He wasn't just the front man. He was shaping the whole visual identity from the start.
And that's when he started connecting with the guys who had become Queen.
He, Brian May, and Roger Taylor from their band Smile. Their singer, Tim Staffel, was a friend.
And when Staffel left Smile in 1970,
Freddie saw his chance. He didn't just want to join, he had a vision.
he suggested the name Queen.
Yeah, he said it sounded grand, regal, powerful, splendid even. He knew what he was doing.
Their first gig as Queen was June 1970, a charity event.
And then John Deacon, the quiet, steady bass player, joined in 71. That completed the lineup.
And Farrokh Bulsara made his final transformation.
He became Freddie Mercury. He took the name from a line in one of his own songs. My fairy king, actually. Mother Mercury, look what they've done to me.
Creating his own mythology. Brilliant.
But success didn't happen overnight. Not at all.
Their first album, in 73, it just didn't chart in the UK. Nothing.
And the second one, Queen II in 74, barely made the top 50. Number 49, they must have been getting, a bit worried.
But then came Sheer Heart Attack later in 74, and that had the breakthrough hit.
Killer Queen, finally. And it was pure Freddie.
Apparently, he wrote it really quickly. Lyrics first, which was unusual for him. Sat down at the piano one night.
And the subject matter, this classy, high society prostitute, as he put it. Very theatrical.
And the sound was already becoming distinct. Brian May using a coin as a pick.
Yeah, a 6-pence coin. Gave it that really sharp, unique guitar tone. They were always experimenting, pushing things.
Which obviously leads us to the big one. 1975, A Night at the Opera.
And Bohemian Rhapsody? I mean, what can you even say? It changed everything.
The sheer scale of it, 3 weeks to record just that one song.
180 separate overdubs. Can you imagine the tape splicing? and it cost £40,000.
Which was apparently the most expensive single ever made up to that point.
Easily. And the record label, EMI, they balked at the length, 6 minutes.
They wanted to chop it up for radio.
But the band stood firm, absolutely refused. Freddie knew what he had.
So their manager, John Reed, sneakily got a copy to a DJ.
Kenny Everett at Capitol Radio, and Everett loved it. He played it 14 times over one weekend.
That created this huge buzz. Forced the label's hand, really.
And bam, straight to #1 in the UK for 9 weeks. Just unheard of.
And then again, after Freddie died, another 5 weeks at #1.
Yeah.
Incredible staying power.
Plus the whole Wayne's World revival in the US in '92 took it to #2 over there. It's just one of the definitive rock anthems.
And the video. We have to talk about the video.
Groundbreaking. Basically invented the modern music video format.
Filmed in just 4 hours for 4,500 pounds. That's insane efficiency.
And that iconic shot, the 4 heads in diamond formation. That was clever camera work, visual feedback, pure innovation on a budget.
Alongside the music, his whole stage persona was developing too.
Yeah, he didn't start out as the strutting peacock we remember. He was apparently quite shy initially, often behind the piano.
Until the mic stand incident.
Right. It broke mid-show, leaving him with just the top half on the pole.
And instead of getting a new one, he just went with it.
Loved the freedom it gave him. It became his trademark. That's turning a mistake into magic.
His fashion sense was also becoming a statement.
Oh, totally. Started painting his nails black back in '73. Inspired by Jimi Hendrix, apparently.
And those Xandra Rhodes costumes. Pure glam rock.
That white pleated harlequin jumpsuit from '76, they literally had to sew him into it before each show.
Talk about commitment to the look.
Then the '80s hit, and the look changed dramatically.
Yeah, the short hair, the mustache, the leather, the military jackets.
A much more sort of macho image, wasn't it? Inspired by the gay club scene in New York at the time.
But then they subverted that with the I Want to Break Free video.
Dressing up in drag, parodying the British soap opera Coronation Street. It was hilarious.
But it did not go down well in America.
No way. MTV banned it. They just didn't get the British humor, or maybe the implications were too much for them then.
Musically, the 80s brought changes too. Hot Space in 81.
Yeah, diving into disco and funk sounds, which caused a bit of friction.
With the band members and the fans.
Both, yeah. Not everyone was thrilled with the shift away from rock, but Freddie wanted to explore.
That desire probably fueled his solo work too.
Definitely. Mr. Bad Guy came out in 1985.
And the dedication is just classic Freddie. And my cat Jerry, also Tom, Oscar, and Tiffany, and all the cat lovers across the universe, crew, everybody else.
You gotta love it. Just pure, unadulterated him.
And then the completely unexpected opera project.
Teaming up with the legendary soprano Montserrat Caballé for the Barcelona album in '87.
That title track became an anthem for the '92 Barcelona Olympics.
Yeah.
Such a bold move, fusing rock and opera like that.
It showed his incredible range, not just vocally, but artistically. He wasn't afraid to try anything.
But behind the scenes, things weren't always harmonious in the mid-'80s.
No. After Hot Space and the Mixed Reaction, they actually took a break in 1982.
Brian May even admitted later they kind of hated each other for a while. Bands go through that.
Tensions were high. Remember John Deacon just disappearing during the recording of the works?
Just took off to Bali, didn't tell anyone. Must have been incredibly stressful.
And they were dealing with political heat, too.
The Sun City performances in South Africa in '84, that caused a huge backlash because of apartheid.
Yeah, criticism from the UN, banned by the Musicians Union in the UK. It was a really difficult period for them, reputationally.
Which makes their comeback moment even more spectacular.
Live Aid, July 13th, 1985, Wembley Stadium.
21 minutes that arguably stole the entire show.
Absolutely. Despite Freddie apparently having some vocal problems leading up to it.
He just commanded that stage. And the global audience, what was it? Nearly 2 billion people watching?
Unbelievable scale. And that moment during Radio Gaga.
But we got the entire stadium, 72,000 people clapping in unison. Just iconic.
You could feel the energy through the screen. Even Elton John apparently said backstage, "You bastards, you stole the show."
It was a total triumph. Put them right back on top of the world.
And that massive success paved the way for their next big project.
The A Kind of Magic album in 1986, which was also the soundtrack for the film Highlander.
Kind of ironic, isn't it? A film about immortality, featuring songs like Who Wants to Live Forever.
Brian May wrote that one. Apparently used an 80-piece orchestra. So powerful.
And the album launch led to the Magic Tour, their biggest ever.
Huge scale. 26 shows across Europe in just 8 weeks.
The stage setup was enormous, 160 feet wide. They needed 8 miles of cables.
And the sound system was so powerful it caused noise complaints from miles away.
That's rock and roll! Which brings us back to the final date of that tour.
In Nebworth Park, August 9th, 1986. 120,000 fans.
And Freddie knew his voice wasn't right. His doctor had warned him about inflammation.
But he went on anyway. That determination.
You can actually hear it on recordings from the night. His voice cracks a little on One Vision on a high note and under pressure.
But he turns it into part of the performance. Gets the crowd to sing along. Genius improvisation.
Making the audience part of the solution. He was a master showman.
And Who Wants to Live Forever must have felt incredibly poignant that night.
Deeply emotional, yeah. He even sang parts of the operatic section of Bohemian Rhapsody live, which was rare.
Then came the end. We are the champions.
His voice cracks again on that final sustained note, but he just holds it, pushes through with sheer willpower.
And then, 9:02 p.m., his last words on stage.
Thank you, lovely people. Good night and sweet dreams. Simple. Heartbreaking, knowing what we know now.
And the information we have now about backstage really paints a picture of finality.
It does. John Deacon's outburst just before they went on.
Throwing his guitar. That's unbelievable for him. He was always the quiet one.
Totally. He apparently told Brian May, I can't do this anymore, it's too much.
It really sounds like he sensed it was the last time. That this was it for them as a live band with Freddie.
A sort of unspoken understanding, maybe? A farewell?
And then the tragedy in the crowd added another layer of darkness to the event.
Yeah, Michael Jennings, a 23-year-old fan, collapsed during the show, possibly during Who Wants to Live Forever.
Died later that night. Undiagnosed heart condition. The excitement was too much. So sad.
And it led to major changes in concert safety regulations in the UK afterwards. A grim legacy of the night.
Freddie's own exit was unusual too, wasn't it?
Very. Normally he'd be celebrating backstage, but he just left. Immediately, quietly.
His assistant, Peter Freestone, said Freddie got a worrying phone call about his health right before the show.
That must have been weighing on him heavily.
And he left behind his silver bracelet, the one he'd worn since '77.
Yeah, almost like shedding a piece of his stage persona.
On the helicopter ride back, apparently he was just silent, dabbing his eyes.
Roger Taylor remembers Freddie saying something like, "Darling, I think I've given it my all." He knew.
Understanding that retreat means looking at his private life too, which he guarded so fiercely.
Especially his relationship with Mary Austin. They met way back in 1969.
Were engaged for a while. But even after he came out to her, telling her he thought he was bisexual.
And her famous reply, "No, Freddie, I don't think you are bisexual. I think you are gay."
Even after that, they remained incredibly close. His best friend.
He called her his one true friend, his common-law wife. Left her his mansion, half his fortune. An unbreakable bond.
He also found stability and love with Jim Hutton.
His partner from about 1985 until the very end. Jim was a hairdresser, very down-to-earth.
But his private life was complex, navigating his sexuality in an era when it was still largely taboo, even illegal initially.
He used humor sometimes to deflect, didn't he? Joking about being as gay as a daffodil.
While keeping his serious relationships very private.
Away from the stage persona, he had this whole other side, the art collector.
Loved beauty, collected works by Picasso, Dali, Japanese woodblock prints, antique glass.
And his cats. He adored his cats, even commissioned portraits of them.
That deep need for privacy became crucial when he faced his biggest battle.
The AIDS diagnosis. He apparently found out definitively in April 1987.
Though there might have been signs looking back as early as '82 after trips to New York.
But he kept it incredibly quiet. The tabloids, especially The Sun, started speculating around '86, but he denied everything.
Why the silence?
To protect himself, yes, but also his loved ones, the band. The stigma around AIDS back then was horrific.
Brian May said the band just didn't ask. They respected his privacy. He didn't want them burdened by it.
Yet, even as his health declined, he just kept working. That drive was immense.
Recording the Innuendo album in 1990, they had to work around his energy levels.
Yeah, that schedule. 3 weeks recording, then 2 weeks off for him to rest and recover. It must have been grueling.
It produced some incredible music, including The Show Must Go On.
What a song. And the story behind the recording?
Brian May wasn't sure Freddie would physically be able to sing it. The vocals are so demanding.
But Freddie apparently downed a shot of vodka, said, "I'll fucking do it, darling."
And just nailed it. One perfect, powerful take that's just, wow.
Utter determination. The show must go on, embodied right there.
His last proper recording session was in May 1991, working on A Winter's Tale.
He couldn't finish Mother Love. Brian May had to sing the last verse later.
His final public appearance had been over a year before that.
February 1990 at the Brit Awards, accepting an Outstanding Contribution Award with Queen.
He looked noticeably thin, frail, said very little.
Just thank you, good night. His last public words.
Then, in November 1991, the end came quickly.
He decided to stop his medication, apart from painkillers, around November 22nd.
Released that public statement confirming he had AIDS on November 23rd.
And passed away the very next day, November 24th, 1991, aged just 45. Pneumonia brought on by AIDS.
Such a loss. But the music, the legacy, it's immense.
Totally. Made in Heaven, the album they finished posthumously, sold 20 million copies.
And Queen's Greatest Hits is still the UK's best-selling album of all time. His voice is everywhere.
Thinking about it, that moment at Nebworth, holding that cracked note in We Are the Champions,
Yeah.
it feels like a mirror image of him finding the strength to record The Show Must Go On years later, doesn't it?
That same refusal to give in, pushing beyond physical limits for the performance, for the music.
Exactly. That sheer force of will right to the very end. It's incredibly powerful.
It really makes you think, are there other artists who showed that same level of profound commitment, the dedication to their craft, even when facing the absolute impossible? It's quite something to consider.
A testament to the power of the human spirit, really.
Well, that's all we have time for today on Retro Celeb Talk. We hope you found this look into Freddie Mercury's final curtain call as fascinating as we did.
Let us know your favorite Freddie moments or Queen songs. We'd love to hear from you.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us again next time for another conversation. Thanks for listening.